Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchups.
And if they get 5 on this Tristana and aside, I've already talked about what this is strong at doing. So much this game, but almost so much this season.
All right, here's the fight. He catches 2, and Lucian just going to be burnt down 100-0. The Aurora ult comes in, but now Kingen is alone. They try to turn out to him. He's going to be forced to flash away. It's a pretty big win here for Nongshim. They want to go for a bit more as the ult's just not the prediction they were looking for. And meanwhile, DK are just taking the objective.
So they end up with an additional grub there. Not going to be the 5 they wanted. Still pretty significant. They're able to get that 1. This is going to be good in the side, but it's just great engages. Meanwhile, speaking of engages.
Yeah, just going on in. Lucid here once again, but now Moham's just going to be torn apart. Aiming doesn't do damage yet. I mean, he just got his Triforce, and he's still not able to cut through the Sejuani or the Cassante.
Decision making here for Dplus, because we get to the late game, and you end up going forward like that and making a poor choice. I mean, Lucid is playing Ivern, and he gets punished. You're playing into a Kaisa, very strong punish comp here for Nongshim. Then you can end up losing the game again and going 0-2 here to Nongshim. They play a little bit more, slowly, a little bit more carefully. Does feel like they have the better comp in this one, as Fisher is...
all right.
Vital's here,
too. He's really trying to clear the wave, I guess, to not get dove. Well, he's still in a lot of trouble here, but now he doesn't have assaults, and he's just going to be CC'd 100-0. It does take quite a while, but it's still a kill given over to the Corki. Meanwhile, though, DK pushing in mid. They're going to get the tier 1 and maybe a bit more.
Yeah, putting the extra charge through here for Lucid. No one there for the punish. Tristana also pushing in the top side, so... every action you make in League of Legends has an equal and opposite reaction, but in this case, two opposite reactions. I'm going to clear this wave, keep pushing, and even though he dies there, buys a significant amount of time, pulls all those resources down, and it's a huge win for Dplus. So we'll get the second dragon. Oh, it's Infernal. I'll swap out of it this time with the heavy commitment by Nongshim, but still, nonetheless, pretty good.
Moham's just kind of running through the dark jungle here. He is going to get a big heal in a moment, as now the counter engage does come in. Geo in a bit of trouble, has to flash away. Now trying to get on top of Moham. Meanwhile, we got a fight up the left here. Kingen getting very low. He is going to be pulled in and nearly taken down. A lot of low health bars here. Nongshim trying to run away now, as Showmaker and Aiming with the Ivern are still very scary.
Unable to clean anything up here, and this is just a Tristana unlocked to do more damage to turret. That is what she is doing in this game, pushing lanes and taking out turrets. Moham is denying any flanks here, as Mihail's going to try to go in.
Yeah, we got Fisher. Flank here from a Corki. I don't know about this, as the Solar Flare's going to miss another roll. Comes on in, right on top of the Tristana. They're going to catch DK with the pants down. Is now Aiming in a bit of trouble, but he does have the Ivern to help him out. Moham going to get a little bit of help from Daisy, and now Kingen makes his way over and should be able to zone them away, but it's a kill over to Nongshim. Still, DK have 0 kills in this game. They're looking for their first one, and they might get it here as Vital will finally go down. Mihail is just going to run away from this one, but he can't get away from the Ezreal as Aiming picks up the double.
Can take out Showmaker, but there's another 80 carry there, and the health bars are so low after Kingen's ult that it's easy cleanup. And Sylvie, this is greedy.
Well, if they just assume they're not there, maybe they're not there, but they were there. It turns out is Aiming going to pick up another kill. Make it 3.
Well, this is suddenly a disaster, because it looked so good for Nongshim on the pick, but unfortunately this tunneling in frustration after the failed chase down there. When you get Aiming sums, that's a big win. That's going to be something that's valuable for the next fight, the next skirmish. I mean, Dragon's up in 30 seconds here. They had just been happy with that and backed away. It still feel like a win, but they really wanted more. As Kingen is with the ult at the ready here. He's respected.
And he mentioned that we actually don't have Moonstone here for Lucid. He went for Mikhail's, which... I mean, Aiming's got cleanse, but Showmaker doesn't, so you can cleanse the Sejuani ult, yes, but as Ox mentioned before, the Rel a little bit more difficult to handle, and they don't have Moonstone, so now it's just going to be Kingen dying. This has been more and more side lane pressure from Nongshim. They're going to get another kill here, and now maybe threaten Baron.
Yeah, it's Operation Kill Side Laner. Specifically laner in top lane has been the game plan for Nongshim, and as Baron is up, like you say, This pick leads to an opportunity here. Teleport coming through from Mihail onto this ward. Try to keep them at bay. Showmaker is going to TP in, but it's very late.
Yeah, it's very late. He didn't want to commit to it. This is just a free Baron given over to them. Lucid cannot get into the pit, and now they're trying to engage here. 5v4 Arnox, and the knockup comes in, and down goes Leona. Down falls the Ivern, and Showmaker and Aiming, the 280 carries, are left alone. Trying to get some miraculous play here. They might be able to, but it's just a bit of poke, and that is it. Nongshim will look to back away with 5 members worth of Baron.
It's a decisive call from Nongshim, but the answer from Dplus is anything but. Showmaker doesn't want to commit, doesn't want to come over. They've been. It's kind of a shock to see them kind of run Dplus around the map like this, and Dplus being so indecisive means they're also going to potentially lose this inner. They will.
Yeah. I mean, this is a little bit of what we saw in game 1 as well. You know, when the pressure came on, it was just Nongshim who had better team fighting by the end of it all, and they were able to utilize their carries to inspect it. They're like, this team doesn't know how to play late game. They don't know how to macro as well as us, and they're just proving everybody wrong.
Before this dragon spawns, they're going to look for those backs, looking for the LDR.
He's backing on a ward.
Or Sorel does, excuse me.
He's going to scan it. So Moham is going to be engaged on here as, yeah, just a bit of an issue, not respecting the wardage, and the rest of the team is like, man, we can't help you. That's just Moham down, and it might just be the dragon surrendered to Nongshim.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no trade for Baron here. The Baron is 20 seconds behind. It's going to be really tough to actually pull that one off. So they have this wave pushed in. I guess the idea there for Moham was like, there's no way they're all on Dragon, right? Because it's way too early. They're not going to be in this area. But you didn't have vision, and no one was showing inside. So you have to assume, where are they? And he's just way too far out. Now, Dplus pushing towards control of the Baron right now, but Nongshim have a comp that could rush this down relatively quickly and then come over to punish. I feel like the options here for Dplus are just super limited. Moham has respawned. He is rushing back into the mid lane here, but punishing this with no brush setup here for the Ivern is just going to be so tricky, and I just don't think you can pull it off. They're going to send Showmaker to try to take out that inner turret and top. That was a nice try, but now Nongshim are like, cool, we defend this turret, and we set up for the Baron contest.
We'll see if they can defend this as the satchel does go off. Well, that's a different champion, but now Kingen just kind of running through the jungle once again, and there is a sneaky Cassante in the jungle, and they just ran through the dark jungle, as now Showmaker has to flash to get away, and again, Nongshim are up a man here going into Baron.
Yeah, no Kingen ult for this fight is massive, and Aiming doesn't have brush set up towards the objective. They have to try to leap forward slowly and carefully. Watch those arcane shift saving. I don't want to see you going in. You're going to have to hit some Qs, and hitting him into Mihail is not necessarily what you want.
It's just so much pressure on Aiming. He's the only carry. Like, if he gets caught, I don't even blame him. The team has just put him in such a rough spot at Nongshim.
Vital's flank angle.
Yeah, Vital's got a flank. Jiu's got a flank. They're closing in. They've got a concave. And they have pressure on this Baron.
Kingen has TP, but doesn't have ult.
Oh, trying to get it here on top of Jiu. He'll just dash away. This is going to be Baron over to Nongshim, as now we do have Vital coming in from behind, but he goes in alone. The rest of the team is just abandoning ship. They're just getting away. And it's another Baron given over to Nongshim.
Kingen's here.
Not quite able to lock them down. Mihail is, well, he's going to get redemptions, and the disengage cone comes in and denies us any action. So Nongshim, they playoffs are really still trying to figure out what's going on, or having other issues in the case of T1. And I mean, now we're just going to get another pick here on a Lucid. It's just free, and
literally free.
It's just free. A couple of ults, I guess. And we got some exciting tank here at this point in time, although the damage is traded back.
I mean, he has Warmogs though, so as long as he can just stay out of combat for a minute here, it's all going to get healed up.
There it goes.
You can see, he doesn't get hit by the True Shot. Aiming is trying to stop his Warmogs heal, and he's going to lose half his health bar.
Yeah, the True Shot barrage, I think it hit Mihail. He's still got full health.
Vital on the flank too. He's just constantly threatening. They see him, but it doesn't mean that they can't. I mean, they can't walk up still. They know he's there, so they know they can't actually.
Look at the damage. Look at the damage on the Baron. They don't have any vision. They don't have any way in. And now Vital is just going to kind of send and engage. It's not a good one. He will go down. It's 5v4. In goes the Aurora, but immediately just gets ripped to shreds. But Mihail very low. In goes Siwu, assassinates him. But now he's in a rough spot. Might have to go down here. as it is 4v1, just throws a Q in, and now DK are on the push.
I might be a game 3, Valdez. I think this was a huge error of judgment from Nongshim. They did the same play on the Baron last time, except they sacrificed Vital and walked away. This time they were like, okay, we go in on this engage, and it was not the right call. Kinkin gets huge value, and Dplus are looking to end.
I don't think it's over. They have Baron. They have a lot of wave clear with the Corki. They're trying to, at least Fisher's trying to trade. That's not what you want to do, as he will be pushed all the way back to his inhibitor, or rather his fountain. But yeah, with the Baron buff, I think Nongshim can hold on. And Nongshim will have to get more clean engages, not like the last fight.
Yeah, Vital is not able to get that flank angle. Again, with map control, he can set up those cool flanks for them to start Baron. He's going to maybe try to look for this wraparound here on this Infernal Dragon, but I think it's just too risky. He has no vision there on the left side of the pit. They're just going to use Mihail as a wall.
Yeah, I mean, he's tanky, but at the end of the day, we're in the late game with W8D carry comps. Will DK get in is the question, as it goes to Ezreal! Aiming, he steals the Infernal Soul for DK! From 1180 to 594, which got in range for the Q, and it all happened so fast that, you know, Moham, though, he's in a lot of trouble again. He has to flash. This ult's not going to be great, as Moham is very low, but now we got Mihail in the ult here, and Kinkin has to flash away. Ju is on the hunt. He's going to take him down, but again, in a rough spot is now Vital, just being kited out. A lot of damage coming in from Fisher, but look at aiming on the top side of the fight. He will be the one who carries alongside of Lucid and Showmaker. As Mihail goes in, he will take a Moham, and actually does take this wave with him. Kazanfe is crazy, but not as crazy as Ezreal in the late game, and that might be the final nail in the coffin.
Looks like it. Sylvie going to try to clear this wave, tossing in his smite, but he knows this one is definitely out of his hands. Speaking of hands, Mihail putting his hands on his head after trying to clear the wave. He wants to come in here and get these low health minions.
I mean, they know he's here, but it's the only choice for Sylvie. He does get the smite, but there's one left, and that will do it for this game. They can just tank it up with Iron Shields. They have Tristana and Ezreal. You've got W's, you've got explosions, and down will go the Nexus. Dplus Kia force a game.
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say,
Okay.
See you on the next one.